Hello and welcome to today's tutorial video. So in today's video we are going to use a combination of drawing making methods to achieve this brilliant bracelet you've just seen. This is an exciting project, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned and let's get on cracking. That said, I would like to say a massive thank you if you're already a subscriber of this channel. If you are not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Hit on the subscription button and the notification bell just so that you'll be notified anytime a new video is uploaded. So let's get right into it. In front of me here is my mold and I'm trying to arrange some dried leaves. What you see me do now is me adding some broken stones just to whip up the whole design and make it pop up some more. Okay, great. With that done, let's bring in the resin. The resin I'm using today is a UV resin. This will help us cast our design and it hardens up under the UV lamp. All right, so I'm just trying to put some UV resin over my creations to help me cut or set my whole arrangement in the mold. Okay, ensure you filled in all the parts with the UV resin so there are no holes left in place, as this makes your design quite unsightly. And when you've done that, with the help of a brush, try and pop out all the air pockets or all. So I'm going to top up my design with some more UV resin as I'm looking at doming my my creations. Instead of having a flat one, I want to have the top raised as well. That's why I'm adding some more resins over there to get that effect. Yeah, but this is entirely up to you. If you want to have a flat surface, that's fine, but I'm thinking that a dome kind of shape on the top would look much better than a flat one. Basically, that's what I'm doing over there. I see a few air pockets or bubbles up there, so I'm just going to run my flame all over the design just to pop those ones out. I want to have a very brilliant and perfect design, as that is what I'm aiming for. Great, now this is what I want. Now let's pop it under the UV lamp for 240 seconds just to make sure it all hardens up beautifully. Now look at that, exactly the look I was aiming for. I'm loving this already. It's so beautiful. The next thing is to set our centerpiece, what we've just created, on 2 bales. And that is what I have in front of me here, one on each side. I'm going to put a dollop of resin on both bales and then I'll pop it under the UV lamp for 120 seconds. Precision is everything, so make sure that it's well centered just so that you have the balance and in the end have a beautiful creation. Great, all set. Now look at that. This is really beautiful. Now what you see me do here is I think I've missed a few steps and I'm going to talk to you about it in a minute. So you can see me trying to make a knot here, and what I have done is to cut 30 inches of 4 pieces of macrame cord, all right, and then you make a knot with it like I have done. So I had looped the 4 cords through the bail, and then I've made a knot with that. We are going to do a macrame square weave with this, so watch me do that in a minute. You realize that this particular bracelet, we've used different techniques to achieve it, and that's the brilliant part of the whole thing, is trying to inculcate different jewelry making techniques into one piece and to see what the outcome will be. I've already envisioned it in my mind, and I know it's going to be brilliant as well. So let's get on with it. I'm going to cut my faith cord, and that is what I'll be using to do the weave. All right, the length of this cord is 40 inches. 35 to 40 inches should be fine. It's because you're going to weave, you need to give yourself enough room to make your weave very, very simple. Another thing I've done is to put all the loose ends into a knot. It makes it easier when you're weaving so that they don't get in the way. Okay, now slide the loose thread, or the thread you had just cut, slide it under the whole lot and make a simple knot here, or make a square knot here. Okay, great. Now this can be a bit confusing, so watch carefully. And what I had also done is, wherever I do a loop, I try to put something there to remind me that this time around my loop was done either on the left or on the right. Okay, you understand it better as I do it, so keep watching. You'd see that at this point I'm doing my loop on the right, and I'm bringing my left thread over my right thread that has just gone over. I'm pulling that left thread under the right loop, and I'm going to pull it to make my first loop. I don't think that came out really well, but keep watching. I'm sure the next one would work. So I'd moved a bag of stones on my left now to remind me that this time around I'm doing my loop on the left. Okay, so my right thread is going to come underneath my pile of threads, and it's coming through my loop on the left, and I'm going to pull it. That was much better. I believe going forward I'll be able to talk to you through it much lot better. So now I've moved my back to my right, so it means that my right side is the one doing the loop now. Then I'm going to bring my left thread. You see, my right did the loop, so the left thread is coming on top of that thread that's just crossed over, and then it's going to go under the pile of threads. Great. And then it will come through the loop from the bottom side. Wow, now that explanation seems to be much better than the previous ones. I believe the next step is going to be much better. Keep watching, don't get frustrated yet. But this is a very simple weave. I believe you may even know about it already. So this time around I've moved my bag to the left to remind me that is where I'm doing my loop. All right, great. And then my right thread has come over the thread that has just crossed over, and is going under the pile of threads through the loop, and then I'm going to pull it. So you're going to carry on like this till you get to the end. I think I had done 16 loops based on the size of my wrist, but this will vary as we all have different wrist size. If the size of your wrist is 7.5 inches, then you'll also be doing 16 loops on this side of the bracelet, and then you repeat the same 16 loops on the other side as well to be able to form a full bracelet length. So I'm going to leave you to keep watching as I keep looping my square weave, and then we'll take it from there in the next step. Wow, now look at that. That is brilliant. If you think this is beautiful, please leave it in the comment section. This is beautiful. Thank you very much for being a part of this journey. And we are not done yet, so keep watching. What I'm doing now is to secure my ends. So you realize that I've just cut off the threads I was using to weave, and to prevent my weave from unraveling, I have just put a dollop of resin to secure those ends, and I've just popped it under the resin, UV resin lamp. Okay, and the next step is to bring our threads together to try and finish it off in a bracelet. So watch me do that. I don't think I can explain it any better than for you to watch it, and I'll explain it at this step as we carry on. So bring the right side of your thread, or the right side of your bracelet, and the left side of your bracelet to the center, like I have done here. And then I'm going to get extra thread to come and do a weave to hold both bits together. All right, so this gives us a sort of closure, and it also allows us to open up our bracelet and pull it close to hold on to our wrist when we put it on. Okay, so watch me do this. I'm going to grab some sellotape to stick this bit down. It helps you weave easily, to prevent your threads or your cords from getting in the way as you weave. So this makes it quite easier, I found out. So I'm going to stick this down, grab some extra thread, and then we'll carry on with our square weave again for this middle bit, just like we did with the other straps of the bracelet. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. It's nothing too different. Just trying to do a square weave, a set of square weaves there to help us secure our bracelets beautifully. Slide the thread you'll be using to do the weave under the pile of threads in the center. Make your first knot like I have done, and in the same way as you did with your square weave, carry on like that. So you can see that I've put my bag of broken glass on my left to remind me that is where I'm starting my loop from. You can start it from the left or from the right, it doesn't really matter. And then you're going to carry on in the same way like I'm doing it here. So do about 5 or 6 sets of loops or square weaves here, not too much, just a little bit to put your bracelets together in the center basically, and that will be it. And then you cut your ends and secure your cut thread with resin, just like we did on the other side, and then you pop it under your UV lamp. All right. If you did a good weave there, you should be able to pull your bracelet apart, like make it bigger, and also be able to make it close as well, like I'm doing. If you're not getting this, it means that you did not weave it properly. So always test it first to be sure that you did the right thing there. Okay, great. So cut your thread and secure the ends with a dollop of UV resin, just so that your square weave does not unravel, just a little bit. And as you do that, be careful it's not catching on your center threads, else you will not be able to pull your threads or your strap apart and bring it back close. You get it? Because once it catches onto it, it's going to get stuck, so you cannot have that feature anymore. So be careful as you apply your UV resin carefully, and then you pop it under the UV lamp for it to cure, and then basically we are done. So we are left to just tidy up the ends of our bracelet, and that is it really. When all that is done, just make a knot at the end of your bracelet like I've done, and you can do your own decoration over there, something beautiful, just so that it's not looking like just a knot but a little extra feature added to it at the end. I really love this bracelet. This is a very casual bracelet. It can be a gift giveaway. It can be part of your collection for your small business or for your online shop, whatever it is. When you do your creation, please don't forget to share the images with us. Tag us. We are on all social media pages as Skilled Hands Organization. We hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and leave all your comments in the comment section below. Until we meet again, have a brilliant day. Bye.